Hello, Leo. Welcome to your reading for July 21st to the 31st. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yeah, we're gonna do the whole second half of July. Happy birthday, Leo. Y'all are amazing. I hope you're having an amazing birthday season. And I do want to welcome you to the season finale of the most bonkers month of 2025. July has been it's been up there. You know that, Leo. You know that. Now, this is one of the most, listen, I told you from the get-go, it's going to be a little bonkers. And this week is all about you. It is. And I hope you're having an amazing birthday season. There is this electric charge in the air, and I'm sure you are feeling it. I mean, we had Uranus move into Gemini, and that's really exciting for you, right? We're in Leo season. Well, we will be in a few days. So let's talk, okay? Because you're really feeling all these changes, and you're adapting to this brand new era that you're moving into. And it looks really good on you, by the way, Leo. Listen, the other thing is, the past few weeks and, possibly this week as well, you're still going to be purging a lot of things that don't serve you well, okay? Especially with this rare once in a lifetime, mini trine that I've been talking about. I give it a name. It's the Prism portal, right? For the summer, where all the outer planets, they're connecting with each other. They're at those early degrees. First time in modern human history. So you are really excited about this, like everybody else. You're not holding back, because with Pluto in Aquarius, you're transforming. Uranus in Gemini, you're reinventing yourself. Saturn conjuncting Neptune in Aries, you're bringing structure to your visions. You're fiercely owning who you are. That's what's happening right now, all summer long, winter in the southern hemisphere, okay? You are spiritually evolving on your path to enlightenment, okay? Embracing the pioneering spirit of everything that I talked about as a role model, as a trailblazer, as a leader, a hero, like Wonder Woman or Jane Eyre, or Chunk from the Goonies, however you want to roll. But you create your reality. I say that all the time, and you're going to feel so invincible and unstoppable right now, because you're about to get the spotlight that you deserve as we move into Leo season. But before that, I do have to talk about what's happening on Monday, July 21st. Right out the gate, you got Venus bending the nodes of fate. So what does this even mean? First of all, it's at 19 degrees. We talked about this last week. Yeah. And she's squaring the South Node. Remember, literally on Sunday, and I dropped these forecasts a little bit earlier. A lot of y'all are approaching it right now. Mars conjuncting the South Node. Well, Mars's lover, Venus, is here too. Okay. And I told you that last week. So this day on Monday, it has a little bit of a kick. It has some heat. And it is this rare alignment when you have Venus with the nodes, okay? Remember, the North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo. The last time, if you want to think about what happened for you, 2006, 2007, it's a cycle, right? Everything's cyclical. And remember, Pisces rules your 8th, and Virgo rules your 2nd. Those are the two money houses of the zodiac wheel. And now you got Venus, the planet of money and relationships, here too. So there's something here. Remember, Mars is like a laser. You're getting rid of the junk drawer, right? You're getting things, what you don't need for your journey moving forward. And now Venus with the nodes of fate, bringing you like something destined, right? Something destined for you. And Venus is more than relationships and love and, money. It's creativity. Venus is peace and beauty, and literally too, right? With the South Node in Virgo, there could be some like cosmetic stuff, and health matters, diet, nutrition. A lot of y'all are changing your diet, just, to be honest. And with Ceres, in the mix as well, as I talked about last week. She basically rules wheat. All right. So anyway, here's the other thing. this is a day that Venus is going to look you right in the eyes and say, what do you want for your destiny? Okay. What exactly does your heart desire? Are you vibrating at that high frequency on your karmic journey? Because this is a fated event. This is a karmic event. And you're going to feel this play out all week. In fact, you're feeling it, days before as well. And here's another thing. I mean, listen, you got Mercury in your sign. We're about to move into Leo season. Venus, right? We all know Venus. She's going to be conjuncting the moon in Gemini today. I talked about that last week. The moon is very feminine. It's motherhood. It's nurturing. And we know about women and the cycles of the moon. And it's Venus. So do the math, all right? And it is also just very divine feminine energy, but also just 19 degrees. Remember, everything right now, out with the old, in with the new. And 19, remember, is a Libra degrees. That's Venus's ruler. So this really amplifies harmony in relationships that you're seeking and maybe eliminating the ones where you're not finding it. Okay? Remember, this is your 8th house. This is also your 2nd house. So there's something here really empowering you because that is self-worth, it's self-value. The 8th house where your North Node is a relationship building. It's wealth building as well. Venus is all about wealth. So remember, Venus is in Gemini in your 11th house of your future hopes, long-term goals, and commitments. You're in it to win it. And you're going to be very social here. All right. There's going to be a lot of people in the mix, and they already have been all month, pretty much. Benefactors, allies, right? Your community, your squad. I mean, your sorority, whatever it is. It's groups, it's people, it's the masses. So here's the thing, okay? I know there's a lot of things, and I'm starting with you this week, Leo, because it is your birthday. And again, very, very happy birthday to you. And if you did you see my last live stream? Yeah. I can't even read the screen with my glasses on. I've been on the computer about 16 hours a day. So I'm gonna maybe see if that works. But no, who does that? Anyway, this is what I was gonna tell you. I don't know why that's going up to. Remember, Uranus is on my ascendant, so there's tech stuff all over the place. Now, here's the thing. So I was talking about Venus. So this day, here's the thing. Okay, I really want you to pay attention to this. So remember from March, when I talked about that rare, once in a lifetime cosmic alignment that was happening at the end of March, when that huge wave began, when I said, you're going to find your life starting to change from this point forward, right? So at that time, we had a Venus Cazimi in Aries. That was on March 22nd. Feel free to go back to your March workouts to see the storyline that's unfolding for you, okay? That was a Venus conjuncting the sun in your 9th, all right? So when I say you're going through a big spiritual, big picture, life purpose, yeah, Leos, y'all are really going through that right now, especially when it has to do with creative projects and love and money. And you really taking charge. It's Aries energy, right? So the other thing is, when that happened, Venus was essentially reborn. It was a Cazimi. And so now, because it was an Aries, which is very, go-getter. She's had an upgrade, okay? She's like Lara Croft. Megan 2.0, this is a new Venus that you've been working with, all right? And don't forget what happened in April, right? You had Venus, Saturn, and the North Node all conjunct in Pisces in your 8th house of relationship and wealth building, but also transformation. You're going through some major transformation. This is your death and rebirth story. That's huge. And just you, Leo, just you, you're the only one that has a North Node in Pisces that rules your 8th house. All right. And with the, everything that's happening behind the scenes all summer long that I told you. Okay. But August, you're going to feel strongly. All right. The prism portal that I've been talking about. Well, there's a lot of relationship stuff happening for you, as well as home and family. A lot of big emphasis there. So you're going through a lot of change. Venus is now bringing you a lot more change, destined change. Remember, she is in Gemini, so you may find yourself just naturally being very social and charming, being at your Leo best, and really networking, to be honest. I mean, remember, you've got Uranus here. You've got a lot of breakthroughs. You're experimenting, you're exploring, you're being curious. You're going after what your heart desires. It's Venus, okay? So this aspect with Mars, all right? Conjuncting the South Node too. Just know it's going to be strong. You're going to feel this, all right? Because Juno is here too, and I told you that last week. And we'll talk more about that in the second spread. But Juno, just remember, is Jupiter or Zeus's wife, right? Hera in Greek, but she's linked to Libra. So there you go. A lot more energy and emphasis for you particularly around relationships, partnerships, your commitments, one-on-one relationships and contracts. All right. Now, just know the loyalty will likely be tested around this time, but again, we'll talk about more in the second spread. Now, if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon, or for your sister, your husband, Mario, mutable signs, okay? Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, they're going to feel this the most. And if you have any planets between 17 to 21 degrees in any of those signs, yeah, you're going to feel it the most, but everyone's going to feel this. Everyone's going to feel this. So use it. Use Venus. All right. Now, Tuesday, happy birthday. All right. We officially move into Leo season. This is amazing. Happy birthday. You're going through, this is going to be your most unforgettable birthday season. The second most unforgettable. The most unforgettable will be next year. Right? 2026. I've told you about that, but this is amazing because you know the sun is your ruler. So the sun is at home, meaning for the next 4 weeks, it's all about you. It's all about you, and you're going to feel this rush of optimism and passion and courage and that fiery spirit and your creativity cranked up to a whole other level. All right? We're talking right brain, left-handed, all of that, okay? It doesn't matter if you're writing a book or if you're giving a TED Talk. It doesn't matter, okay? You building a underground tunnel. It does not matter. Creativity comes in so many different forms, right? And you're going to feel it strongly with the sun in your sign. This is just really amazing for you. And don't forget, you've got the light inside you. And this really just, you're going to radiate at this high frequency. This is Sun in Leo. You're going to feel very expressive and inspired and playful and loving and ambitious, tapping into your inner child. It's very happy-go-lucky as well. It's living loud and proud is what it is, okay? And really showing off your talents. As I said in your monthly forecast, Leo season is when you have the spotlight. The stage is yours. You're Leo. You're Leo. I told you, you're not a backup dancer. You're not an extra on a film set. No, not you. Not Leo. You're the J-Lo. You're the Chris Hemsworth. Other Leos, okay? So use this time, okay? And yeah, you could possibly be a little bit theatrical. Yeah, that's Leo energy. But listen, you still get what you want. And because the sun in Leo is also just really amplifying that independence. Yeah. That sense of freedom. Oh, you're really going to feel this with Uranus and Gemini and Pluto and Aquarius that are asking for the same thing, making you a lot more independent, self-sufficient energy, taking charge, all of that. Saturn conjuncting Neptune and Aries as well. I mean, again, Aries is the ram, the I am. So there is major hear me roar energy right now through your birthday season. Again, in a way that you've never experienced in your lifetime. You're going to see. You're going to see. And remember, Leo energy is just, well, Sun in Leo, it just brings that touch of fame. Have fun with this. And again, whether you're the actor or the director, I mean, the stage is yours, right? And for you, again, this is all about you. It's the role that you play. It's your identity. It's everything. It's in your sign. It's in your sign. Have fun with this. Remember, you got Mercury in your sign too. All right. So own this moment and really explore this new you. And remember that everything that's happening right now is you expanding your consciousness, all right? And you're feeling more of that collective, like how can I contribute to the collective, whether that's my family, the work that I do, the art that I create. That's what's happening right now. That's what the energy is asking of you right now. And so please take advantage of this moment, okay? It is very, very, very like you being the author of your story and just recognizing that. And it is just so fun and exciting. But also remember, you're the main character. This is your hero's journey, right? So go forth and just use this moment. I'm just very excited for you because, again, you've never had a birthday season like this. Yeah? You've never had one like this with all these other things happening. And as I always say, don't live a little, live a lot, all right? This is living large. This is your birthday season. Go big, all right? And just remember the lower expressions of the sun in Leo can be overconfidence or, ego and pride, and just letting you know. Same day, right off the bat, you got the sun in your sign, sextile Uranus and Gemini at 1 degree, all right? This is insane. This only happens like twice a year, this aspect, okay? The sun sextile Uranus. I even told you the last time it happened that, once we get to this point, you're going to love this, all right? So this is the very first Uranus and Gemini planetary aspect, right? 84 years. Can you believe that? It's been 84 years. Nobody has experienced this with the sun in your sign. This is like a bolt of lightning. This is surprising. This is exciting, stimulating moments that you're going to have, breakthrough moments that you're going to have. This is it's fire and air. You're going to really groove to this. And remember, Uranus and Gemini, that's your 11th house. So again, it's all about something that has to do with your dreams and your future, okay? But also your community, your social network. I would not be surprised. 11th house is also like social media. Remember, like the masses. Wouldn't be surprised if, a post of yours goes viral this day. You just never know. That's Uranus, right? It's full of surprises. And this is also, part of your awakening, right? This is your, wakey. Like, this is it. Because Uranus, right, is the ruler for Aquarius. You got Pluto at Aquarius. They're all, you got that trine there. So there's also something here with partnerships and relationships and marriage and contracts and your relationship with anyone. It's one-on-one, all right? So please, just be very curious. Be very curious. Do new things. Expand your consciousness, all right? Go do, karaoke at the mall or audition for Wicked or Naked and Afraid. I don't know. Any of those shows. Survivor, my favorite show. Anyway, go to the bar where people wear business suits. I don't know. Just do something different. Try a Hot Pocket. Just expand your consciousness, but do it with friends. It's in your 11th house, okay? Be very social this day. Most importantly, though, with this aspect, do something that's going to bring you recognition, all right? This is a huge window of opportunity. This is a huge gift. So, again, the sun's also going to trine Saturn. Remember, that's all about your long-term goals and commitments. So you see the overlap that's happening for you during your birthday season? This is big. So there's something here that can be very long-lasting, and just wait until we get to your new moon, all right? But Uranus does want you to shake things up, all right? New rules, your way, new rules, highway. Okay. Now, you could also get some messages too, all right? Because remember, Mercury's in your sign, but retrograde, so it could be messages regarding the past. You have 4 planets retrograde also. So anyway, it's just there's stuff that's going to happen here. Now, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, they're going to feel this aspect the most. And if you have any planets in your natal chart, your birth chart, between 0 to 3 degrees and any other signs, you're really going to feel it. Okay. You're really, really going to feel this. And I feel like there's something happening behind the scenes for you as well. There is, to be honest, you will have the moon in Cancer, where Jupiter is, right? So clearly the moon's going to conjunct Jupiter around this time up until we get to your new moon. I just feel like there's got to be something really like something that's already like happening behind the scenes for you. All right. And you could also be announcing something around this time as well. Now, Wednesday, the 23rd, that's when we have Venus square Mars. We talked about this. It's going to happen around 21 degrees. You're going to feel this days before, days after. It's really strong. Remember, Venus in Gemini, Mars in Virgo, two mutable signs. Get ready for change, okay? Get ready for change. It's a square. Now, like I said in my monthly forecast, your monthly forecast, I don't mind it. I don't mind this square. It makes you do something that you need to do, whether it's breaking up, making up, whatever you need, okay? So there's gonna be something here. Please don't go on a first date this day, by the way, all right? It's a square. So that's the only thing I'm just like, unless, no, just don't. But Venus and Mars, the two cosmic lovebirds, they are in Mercury-ruled signs, okay? Mercury rules both Virgo and Gemini. And Mercury, Hermes, is in your sign. He's restless because there's tension here between Venus and Mars, right? That's building. And so for you, because Mercury's in your sign, please find ways to release that tension, because Mercury's also movement too. It's not just communication and the messenger. It is movement as well. You're going to have energy. It's Mars. You're going to have physicality. It's physicality. So be very active, okay? Because you may say things. It's Mercury in your sign and also retrograde. But anyway, this aspect is very social, by the way. And it's Venus and Mars. So it is arousing, and there is like passion around here. Yeah. If you use this correctly, it can be passive aggressive, but almost playfully. Yeah. And that can be with romantic relationships, creative partners. It's maybe even colleagues. It could be fun competition. Yeah. Like a game of leapfrog. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's playful. It's like cheeky. Venus in Gemini is like silly and clever and jokey, dad jokey, right? But again, Mercury is restless. That's all I'm saying. He's retrograde. He's in Leo. Remember, I said lower expression is ego and pride. He wants you to say things, all right? He wants you to say things. So on this day, there can be some mixed messages. It's Mercury retrograde. There can be also like impatience, impulsiveness, like real competition, like one upper energy as well. That can escalate into like Reese Witherspoon in Election. All right. It's very like, he loves me not. It's like hot and cold. Like Venus is very FAFO right now. All right. Passion, like your passions can be really heated. Remember, you're the sign of passion. All right. And Mars and Virgo can be very overcritical and picky. So just be mindful, be responsive, not reactive. Try not to flip over any tables this day, but use the energy wisely. All right. Remember, you're on a karmic journey and everything has ripple effects. And I'm just saying this because it's happening so close to that. Yeah. So again, you can use this in like a really fiery passion. All right. So anyway, the other thing is, with the fact that it's Mars and Virgo and Venus and Gemini, that really activates a lot for you. There's a lot here that may have to do with friendships and your goals and family. Yeah. Children, your significant other, parents. There could be something here with money as well. All right. But at the same time, it can be a little bear pokey. That's all I'm saying. But if you are here for love relationships and if you have like fun relationships with your colleagues, that's like, it's a jokey, fun. Yeah. Just use the energy nicely because Juno, once again, will be very active. Okay. So she's in your fourth house. So you definitely, if there's anything here, it's going to be a lot more like home, your domestic sector. Okay. Now, who's going to feel this the most? Well, it'll be mutable signs. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. And then also I'm throwing in the fixed signs. So that would be Taurus, you, Scorpio, and Aquarius. If you know your natal chart, planets 19 to 23 degrees in any of those signs. They're going to feel it the most, okay? So make the most of it, those higher frequencies. Now, the last thing that's it. Thursday. And yeah, it may be with like a friendship, okay, too, as well, or a community that you belong to. Now, Thursday, the 24th, here we go. We got the new moon in your sign, 2 degrees. It's happening 3:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's my time, New York City time. Convert that to wherever you live in the world. You want to set intentions at that time or after, okay? Now, this new moon in your sign, Leo, is next level bonkers that I've never seen. Okay, first, this new moon for you, it really is all about like romance and creativity and children and your inner child as well. And it's sextile Uranus. Again, this is the first time you've ever experienced this. Everyone on this planet, right? 84 years. It's been 84 years. So the fact that it's sextile Uranus, there's still something here about your future hopes, long-term goals, and commitments and dreams. It's your 11th house, as well as friendships and groups and even social media, as I explained earlier. You could have surprises, you could have breakthroughs, you could have epiphanies. This is you stepping out of your comfort zone, all right? It's Uranus, right? Freedom, freeness. So you're doing something new. You're doing something absolutely new where you are going to have that spotlight for a long time, as long as you really, really use this new moon. Because remember what I said with the prism portal, and then you throw Mercury in your sign on top of that all summer long. Remember what I've been saying. You right now take action, inspired action for where you want to be by February 2026. I repeat that every week. So you don't forget, I drop these little Easter eggs, okay? Because February 2026 is, it's when we have the Saturn-Neptune conjunction at 0 degrees, the Great Reset. But this new moon corresponds to the full moon in your sign. That's happening in February 2026. So when I say, please take that action right now. This new moon is so powerful. It carries you for 6 months. You are on that wave. You're on that wave, okay? That started in March, but it's like a whew, right? I don't even know what that would be called, but yeah, please take that action. Set your intentions, okay? And again, it's not because I like to say the words prison portal. I just really, really want you to know how important it is that you take all the action that you can and know where you want to be by February. That's how big the rest of this year is going to be. And, I do talk a lot more about this in my August astrology overview. All right. I'll leave that at the live stream that I did because there's too much here. So I talked a lot more about that. Okay. You better pay attention, Leah, because remember, South Node is moving your sign last year. I already told you a lot of things that are happening, but this new moon in your sign, let me just tell you, the sun will be trining Saturn. The sun will be trining Neptune. Pluto will be trining Uranus, and Saturn and Neptune will sextile Uranus as well. All between 1 to 3 degrees. There's new beginnings on a new moon. That's all about new beginnings. Where you're leaving the old world. Remember, out with the old, in with the new. And this one really matters here, okay? So this new moon, 2 degrees. I like 2 degrees, by the way. It's getting really grounded. It's getting, it's for the intentions that you set, okay? Very practical energy, all right? It's Venus's degree. So there's something here about comfort, and harmony. And when I say this new moon carries, well, I just told you it's going to be trining Saturn. Yeah. So the trines, remember, they're favorable. They're amazing. They work in your favor. And Saturn is building you that long-lasting bridge until February. Or you're becoming a bigger authority here. I mean, this is your ninth house. Remember, that's like you being the teacher, the educator, the wise one. This is shifting your perspective. It's your ninth house. A lot of y'all are going to be writing books. A lot of y'all are going to be starting podcasts. You're thinking about long distance travel. You're going to be. Yeah, and the sun and moon trining Neptune. I can't even begin to tell. I wish I had a whole hour dedicated to this one aspect. This is so dreamy, and it's so enchanting and romantic and transcendent. It's like glitter and smoke machines, okay? The good ones. But this is your imagination, okay? But on a whole other dimension here. This is very electric. It's very soulful. This is what divination is, all right? Remember Neptune, vision, visualize, vision boards, right? Your future, all right? What is your vision for your future, all right? So please use this and set intentions because, yeah, Saturn-Neptune conjunction, remember, they are so close right now, all right? And then they're going to start moving apart again because they're retrograde. And then remember, by February 2026, that's when they meet up, all right? That's when everything happening now is leading to February, all right? So just please use this. Set intention. Start creating your path forward in this grounded, practical way. Do some literal grounding, right? Earthing. Connect with Mother Nature, okay? Put some crystals in your water like I do. I did a whole crystal video on that. Or put, crystals on your crown, on your forehead when you meditate. Tap into your chi, your prana, chakras. Connect with the ether, okay? Because this new moon, one last thing about it, it will be opposite Pluto in Aquarius at 3 degrees. So what does that mean for you? Well, there's a little bit of intensity there, and especially emotionally, yeah, and maybe some power struggles and egos at play, especially because we are in Leo season, and maybe like moodiness, maybe some jealousy. This is Pluto at Aquarius in your 7th house of marriage and partnerships and relationships. And remember, this is just you, Leo. Pluto's is in your 7th house, and Pluto natively rules your 4th house. And so again, home, family. There can be something here where you're just not, seeing eye to eye. But again, you can use this, all right? Just don't get distracted. This is where you can use this to feel empowered, right? And remember, we're a collective. If someone's trying to pull you into their low frequency energy, you're on a karmic journey. Pull them out, right? So this is just like a little bit of a test, all right? As you connect with your higher self and the greater good and stay true to your authentic self, okay? Know thyself. Socrates, right? And how do you know thyself? I've talked about this. It's through your interaction with other people, especially you. When you've got Venus and Uranus in your 11th house, all right? And then also Pluto and Aquarius in your 7th. That has to do with other people, both of those, houses. So use this new moon to empower yourself. And then, Mercury is retrograde in your sign, all right? So don't let that stop you from any creative, romantic pursuits, whatever intentions you want to set. And it's fine. If you have to sign anything, try to hold off until Mercury goes direct, but if you can't, I've talked about this before. I've talked about divine timing, okay? And so just remember, this is a heavily karmic week. And if you need to sign something, we suggest you don't during Mercury retrogrades. But if you have to, just know you're still going to get to where you need to go. But there may be a little bit of a detour. That's all. All right. And I'm, maybe I'll do another video on because I get a lot of questions about Mercury retrogrades, and maybe I'll do another video on Mercury retrograde. But I told you I like this Mercury retrograde. So either way, this is one of the best new moons for you. It can be one of the best new moons for you as long as you don't let anyone take your power and you just stay true to you and continue your path forward, your karmic path forward, all right? Everyone is going to feel this new moon, and every sign is going to feel this new moon, and every different ways, right? But everyone is experiencing like big change. Look at anybody that you know. Everybody is going through big change or wants big change. Yeah. Or they're on the brink of it. But anyway, fixed signs, that would be you, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius. Obviously, you're going to feel this most out of all the fixed signs. I'm also going to throw in Sagittarius and Aries to complete the fire signs. I am going to throw in Gemini and Virgo as well. All right. We'll feel this most. Now, if you have any planets 0 to 4 degrees in any of the signs, especially in your ascendant or sun or moon, as a Leo, whoa, you are really going to feel this. But anyway, where are we now? Okay, so we'll talk about Venus and Cancer next week when I do your August forecast, because that's when you're really going to feel it in August. Just know this is really sweet. It's really special. You are definitely going to have a lot more emphasis on home, big time. Okay. Home, and money, and just a lot of spiritual energy. Okay. Venus and Cancer, by the way, it feels like sunscreen on, like, no parabens, right? On any of the, sunburns from the sun in Leo, which again can be a little bit fiery. Remember, it's all fire and air energy, fire and air. All right. So Thursday, the 31st. Yeah, this is when we have that Cazimi in your sign. We're halfway through the Mercury retrograde, by the way. At this point, this is when you have Mercury in the heart of the sun. So remember, Mercury's moving backwards because he's, retrograde. But either way, this is amazing because this is that refresh. This is that even like a reset in terms of, thinking, logic, intellect, clarity. This brings clarity, insight, even like ego checks, like especially over things from the first half of July, because Mercury's going back over those degrees. It's not the perfect Cazimi, but it is one of those where everything just starts making sense for you, right? So I really love this. It's a big aha moment because the moon will have just moved into Scorpio. I just told you the moon in Scorpio, as we know, is already intense. I told you that, before. And there can be some secrets, revelations. There can be some, activity with money and relationships as we move into this weekend. But what I really love about this, and again, there's just going to be a lot of home family stuff for y'all. All right. But the moon will, Scorpio moon will actually trine Jupiter. And so that's really nice. All right. So Leo, let's get started. Oh gosh, it got so dark. Oh gosh, let's really get started here. Leo, sun, moon, and rising for the rest of July. All right. For Leo, sun, moon, and rising, rest of July. Okay. So Leo. Okay. Leo, wow. It got really dark. Oh, gosh. I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will, Leo. Y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. You know I love y'all. Leos, I'm so excited for your birthday, and I hope you are too. And again, you've never experienced, you're honestly like, the fact that Uranus just moved into Gemini, completing that prism portal this month, you're the first new moon. You're the first new moon. You're the first new moon birthday. Like all. Good job. All right, let's see what we got. Leo. Oh, I didn't even. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's gonna be. Clearly, you're good. All right, you're gonna wanna. I'll give you Will Ferrell. Yeah? You're good. Listen, you got the Queen of Pentacles. Perfect. So I think I explained this to you last week, that in that Aries area of your chart, you've got a bundle of heavenly bodies, right? You've got 6. You've got Chiron, you have Eris, you have Ceres, you have Saturn, you have Neptune. Like, you have a lot going on there in your 9th house. And so that's already, remember, that leadership, that spiritual warrior, that all of that. And it just seems like when you do all the math, even though this season is all about you, it's all about you being seen as a leader, as a role model, as the rock for other people. Okay. And a lot of that will be in a sense of, what did I say? Comfort in your physical world. Also money, being able to take care of others. You want to be seen as that person. And so, and you also want money. And a lot of y'all have already come into it. I mean, you've got the North Node in Pisces in your 8th. A lot of y'all have already come into, just these blessings in terms of finances and wealth, and security is a really big thing, especially with the Queen of Pentacles here. So I really love this for you. Okay. And you can even see the little bunny rabbit here, the little lucky bunny hidden in the corner, right? Representing that fertility and that growth and that expansion, and you being able to build the world that you want to live in, okay? Without any worries or stress. So you're moving into that energy, and a lot of y'all are already there. All right. Now, 7 of Wands, your card. That's your card. We've talked about this, okay? So this is very interesting because that's, the last decade of Leo. Here's the thing. This would be like Saturn in your sign. But anyway, you can see that he's on top of the hill. And this is showing me that in these next 2 weeks, 2 things are going to happen, okay? One, you are going to be in a little bit of defense mode, but it's as if like you've gotten some great things, and there are some people that kind of just want what you have. It's like, remember, you're the Chris Hemsworth. Like, you can't have Liam Hemsworth taking up that stage with you, right? So that's one thing. All right. Secondly, is there is going to be a little bit of, remember I said competitive energy. There's some spirited competition here, but it feels fun, but also feels like it's fun, but no, it's still mine. This is still mine. I worked hard for this. I got my attention for this, and I'm defending it. Okay. And so just keep that in mind, that there may be some moments like that, and they could be surprising moments with Uranus and Gemini, and Uranus being active during your new moon and when the sun moves into your sign. And you can even see, I'm going to just show you real quickly. You can see he's wearing 2 different shoes, right? Like slippers. It's as if he jumped right out of bed. He heard the people with the wands coming. It was really late at night. He just like grabbed some shoes, right? He was surprised, but he's still on top. All right. So there could be something, unexpected that you kind of just maybe have to troubleshoot, or you're going to be fine. Just try not to be too defensive about certain things. Yeah. Trust your intuition on what that would be. Now you got the Page of Wands here. So there may be something. Remember, I said children's a big thing, and with the sun in Leo. If you don't have any children, it could be grandchildren. It could be your students if you're a teacher. It could be neighbors, or or just people that you may feel as being a little, their maturity level is. All right. So that's the thing. That's all. Okay. So there may be some not seeing eye to eye, and that's a little bit of like, let's just find that balance. It feels like there just needs to be a little bit of balance here. Now, the second thing that is coming through for me, Leo, is that, there may be something that is, you're not seeing eye to eye with someone that is, it's just, you wish they were at your level for the next 2 weeks. The other thing is, don't lose your inspiration, because when I see what's happening here, when I tell you what's happening on your new moon with Neptune there is so magical, there is that possibility of the lower expressions coming out where it can be like illusion, delusion, confusion. So that's why I say have that grounded energy, that practical energy, and use that. I mean, that is just, again, so magical. All right. So don't lose any inspiration. All right. And I feel like if you disconnect with people, you need to be around people. It's your birthday season. You need the attention. Okay. And I'm not saying that in a You just need people to, and you only get a birthday once a year. Why not? Right? That's why I scream out of cabs. When is my birthday? It's my birthday. I only get to do that once a year. I don't really do it. But anyway, Page of Swords. And your crown, and you got the Eight of Pentacles, the root of your spread. So there is almost like, interesting that Page of Swords, he's very enthusiastic. He's like a sponge. He wants to learn. He wants to grow. There's something that you're moving into. You're seeing something in a different way. All right. You're absorbing something in this new, refreshing way. All right. So I really love this. You may also be on you're on this new quest, right? And so and when I say that, it could be like a new job, new career, new relationship, whatever it is. It's like you're still like, that's new. It's like expanding your consciousness anyway. So I really love what's happening here. I think that you are going to be very vocal, which is very nice. Okay. Remember, just diplomatically, I would say that for any sign. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles in the root of your spread. So this is really great. You still have Mars in Virgo, and that's great. This card is a Virgo card, and you see that he is working, right? Practicing patience. He's doing it. He's fine. This is a lot of like practice makes perfect. Whistle while you work energy toward your legacy, toward your goals. And he's so diligent and so focused. He's going to reach them. All right. But that's the one thing that I'm saying is like, when I'm looking at your spread, I'm like, that's fine, but just don't disclude people. Just, you want to be around people, all right? Even if, online, whatever. Just make sure that you're being social, and then you have that Six of Cups in your future. So this is very sweet. This is everything harmonizing for you. And this is, yes, a huge blast of the past. This card is, associated with the past, like nostalgia, really good nostalgia. You have Mercury retrograde in your sign, which I told you is a lot of nostalgifying energy. So I really love this. There could be something like a creative project, like I said, or something, a relationship or a friendship, whatever it is, like surfacing back up, or you're thinking about it. And even if you're not, I said you have a lot of home and family energy for the next 2 weeks. And this is the biggest house in tarot, offering a lot of comfort and security and protection. You can let your hair down. All right. This is inner child energy. And again, there's this sweetness to it that I really love. So you're moving in a direction where it's like, yeah, working really hard. There's Saturn here helping you build those bridges and structure toward your future. You're on this quest, a lot of new things happening for you. So you're really, really, really great, because it just shows that everything that you're working hard toward, it's going to pay off. And you're going to be in a place where you can be like, I can breathe again. I feel really good. And anyway, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Happy birthday, Leo. Let's get to your stuff. Yeah, this is going to be this is it. This is going to be a big time and change for you, Leo. Am I right? So, Leo, 10 of Wands. All right. That was my concern earlier. When I saw this, like, okay, this is great, but just drop a wand or two. Connect with people, family, friends. Colleagues. I can't even think of. Yeah. Connect with people. There's a little bit of heaviness here. So just it just seems like there is going to be some working, which again, it's fine. Also feels like there may be something here where you may lose an employee. Someone might, if you leave the job, and it just makes you have to work a little bit more. Just remember, it's your birthday season, and you get it once a year. All right. And there's a lot happening. Drop some wands. You got the Queen of Wands, by the way, which is amazing. Your external factors area. I love this book-ended Queens energy that's happening. Queens are, obviously huge leaders, and they're all about service to others. The Queen of Wands, by the way, really, really great to have her in your external factors area. Like, there's something happening here where someone is opening doors for you. Someone with a lot of authority, someone with a lot of passion, someone that has your spirit, right? You even see the lion's inner throne. She has a sunflower in her hand. The sunflower is in her throne as well. Those same sunflowers that exist in the actual sun card, meaning she has the full powers of the sun. You've got the sun in your sign for the rest of the month. Like, this is absolutely amazing. So this is optimism. It's attracting everything that you want. It's things happening for you. There's some door opening up for you for sure. And the other thing is, like, it can be in terms of career, work, profession, or whatever you're passionate about. There's almost this upgrade that feels really, really great. And I feel like that's like a big motivating factor for you for working a lot as well. Now, you do have the Hierophant. Yeah. Yeah. Very interesting because you got it in your spread last week. And so now it's like in a place where it's like, yeah, I do want to really tap into that spiritual energy that I have, that, you know, inner wisdom that lives inside me. I want to just really, really connect. Really love it. Okay. And there is a sense of like, remember, the spotlight's on you. Same thing with the Hierophant. He's the, you know, first card in the major arcana where you see other people. Okay. At his feet. You can't lead if there's no people to lead. You can't be a leader if there's no, right? You can't be, there's no stage if there's no audience, right? So this is amazing. Okay. So continue to go within, because that's where you're going to find all this inner wisdom that I was talking about, but that deep knowledge, like you have the keys, okay, to unlock anything that you want. But there is something here that's really special because he did show up last week, and the Hierophant is also like a bridge builder as well. He loves a crowd, but he also loves organization and structure, and you're seeking that. You have that Three of Swords, okay? So in your final outcome. Now, like I said, partnerships, relationships, kind of going to be a thing for y'all. All right. So just keep that in mind. You might have some emotional experiences that I already explained that's happening astrologically. You just naturally, everything here just lines up with it. This is a card attributed to Libra. All right. Partnerships, relationships, and actually the moon will be in Libra. I'll let you know. We'll talk about it in the second spread, but I'll let you know. And, you know, listen, I want you to remember also, when you have this new moon in your sign, I want you to really feel it. I want you to talk to the moon. I say this all the time. Everything's energy. The moon's energy. Yeah. Your energy. And the moon, which has an impact on our ocean tides, on water, right? That locks our oceans, right? That's the moon. It's the same thing with us. We're made of water, of 70% of water. So the moon has a big impact on us. So you need to connect with the moon on your new moon. All right. Moon in Libra, that will be oh, okay, so around July 28th. Okay. Oh, no, I'm sorry. July 29th is when the moon starts going into Libra. Okay, so the moon is going to be in Libra. If you want to mark this in your calendar, because this is a big one. All right. July 29th. The moon will be in Libra, and we will have an air trine with the moon in Libra, Uranus and Gemini, Pluto and Aquarius. That is all about partnerships and relationships for you, pretty much. Okay, so keep that in mind, because the moon will square Venus, love and relationships, that day, and Venus is Libra's ruler. So that's just another day. Again, that's something that we talk about in the second spread. This is a day where you're going to ask yourself, like, what's of value and worth to me? Okay. Do I feel valued in a relationship? Like all of that. Okay. And the moon will be opposite Saturn in Aries. So just letting you know. But the good news is the moon will then, sextile the sun. So that's really great, because the sun is in your sign. But anyway, okay. So let's talk about this. Yeah, there's got to be something here, but I'm going to clarify it, because I feel like there's something that you have to remember. It's a very karmic 2 weeks. So a lot of life lessons here. Yeah. At once. Okay. So this card really is all about like emotional healing. All right. It's also all about perspective. Remember, you do have that Page of Swords. Everything here, I feel like this is just something, it's just something that ends, something begins. Yeah. And with any of that, there is an emotional response that comes with that. But remember, not only is this a Libra card, and we call it the heartbreak card, it's still a sword too. Okay, you see, it's a swords. It's up here, right? And so that's why I love the fact you got that page of swords there, but also the Eight of Wands. And so the Eight of Wands is so enthusiastic. It's a lot of movement. Yeah, I told you that you're going to have a lot of movement, a lot of energy here. This is like vitality. This is everything aligning for you, everything that you're working hard for, everything that, look at this. You stand your ground, right? You got the Seven of Wands in the heart of your spread, Eight of Wands in your final outcome. You protect everything you worked hard for. And yeah, you can still have fun with it. There's this competitive spirit. Don't forget who you are. That's what this is saying. This is being your authentic self. Okay. This card is all about valor too. Remember, just from the beginning, I told you that's what this is, like stepping into, like owning who you are, all of that. So this is really great. Everything is gonna, it just seems like there's some big things that are about to land for you. There's a lot of things that's fast too. Things are happening fast with that card. Yeah. The Eight of Wands. So really great. Really, really, really great. And again, it's so funny because you got the only two cards in all of tarot where there's no people, no person, no figure. It's just like that. And then you got the wands zipping through the air. But again, they're all aligning. Wands are your passions, your ambitions, creative projects, creative energy. It's career. We also call them arrows of love. So, you're good. You're really good because it is a Sagittarius card. And I think that you are going to get some sort of message here for sure. You're getting some sort of message, but again, drop some of those wands. So not only can you see how far you're going and where you're going, he can't even see, right? But also making room for all this new stuff to come through. Okay. And Sagittarius does rule your fifth house. That's why this is a big deal, okay? You're the native ruler of the fifth house, Leo. It's your home, all right? And so you see that alignment happening there. And the fifth house is true love, and it is romance, and it's creativity, and it's sex. It is, okay? Just letting you know. It's like procreation. It's creative projects. It's your house. That's the best way. Okay, so anyway, Leo, thanks so much. Next week, we're doing August. And then tier 3 members. We're going to do a spread just on the new moon. And we'll talk about some other things. If you like this reading, would be great. If you like, subscribe. Leave comments. Let me know. Let me know what's going on, Leo. What are y'all doing for your birthday? It's a big one. And tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join. Leo, y'all are amazing. Happy birthday. I will see you next week. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.